The Sumerians are often credited with establishing one of the world's earliest known civilizations in Mesopotamia, which is a historical region located in present-day Iraq. This civilization is believed to have developed around 3,500 BC to 3,200 BC and is indeed one of the earliest known civilizations in human history. Mesopotamia, meaning land between rivers, was located between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in Western Asia.
Today, this area is a barren, sandy desert, but at the time it was a fertile and rich land producing agricultural products. Humanity's first city, Uruk, was built in Mesopotamia, and the Sumerian civilization flourished around this city. This was so long ago that mammoths were still alive. It is said that wheels, roads, and bricks were first created here, and that writing was first used in Sumer.
Soon after, several civilizations began to appear around the world, most notably the Indus civilization, Egyptian civilization, and Yellow River civilization. Together with the Mesopotamian civilization, these civilizations are often called the world's four great civilizations. However, although they are not as well known, many other civilizations have appeared all over the world. The construction of the pyramids of Giza began around 2600 BC, during the Old Kingdom period of ancient Egypt, specifically during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, also known as Cheops. The construction of these pyramids continued over several decades, with each pyramid built for a different pharaoh. At nearly 140 meters tall, the pyramid held the title as the tallest structure built by humans for the next 3,800 years. And to this day, the pyramids still have a reputation as a tourist attraction that symbolizes Egypt. They look a bit old now, but when they were built, the exterior was covered with a white material, and the top part is said to have been shining beautiful with gold. The Battle of Kadesh was a major battle fought between the Egyptian Empire and the Hittite Empire in 1274 BC. It is considered to be the first battle of which detailed records remain. The battle was fought near the city of Kadesh, which is located in modern-day Syria. The Egyptian forces were led by Pharaoh Ramses II, and the Hittite forces were led by Muwatai II. At that time, Egypt and the Hittites fought for supremacy over Canaan and Syria in the Battle of Kadesh. The Egyptian army commanded by Ramses II faced the newly powerful Hittite army at Kadesh, but it is not clear which side won. The battle was fought between the Egyptian army led by Pharaoh Ramses II of the New Kingdom and the Hittite army of the powerful Anatolian Empire. Egyptian records claim that Ramses II defeated the Hittite army by carrying out a fearsome strategy. On the contrary, the Hittite side recorded that the Hittites defeated the Egyptian army and were victorious. The battle itself ended inconclusively, and neither side can be considered a clear winner. It was a brutal and costly engagement for both the Egyptians and the Hittites. After the battle, both sides claimed victory, but the result was essentially a stalemate. Despite the inconclusive outcome of the Battle of Kadesh, It did lead to a peace treaty between Ramses II and the Hittite king Hattusili III that is known as the Treaty of Kadesh and one of the earliest recorded peace treaties in history. This treaty established a period of peace and diplomatic relations between the two powers, marking the end of their military conflict. So while neither side decisively won the Battle of Kadesh, the event played a significant role in shaping the diplomatic and political landscape of the ancient Near East during that time.
Around 1200 BC, the Greek Mycenaean civilization attacked Troy in Western Asia. This event, called the Trojan War, is recorded in Homer's Iliad. But because the story is mixed with myth, the Trojan War was long considered a fiction. However, when Heinrich Schliemann excavated the remains of Troy, it was revealed that Troy actually existed. At that time, several civilizations were thriving in the Mediterranean and Western Asia.
The Hittites, Assyrians, Babylonians, and Egyptians were competing for supremacy in the region, and the Greek Mycenaean civilization was also making its presence known. Then suddenly disaster struck. Because there are virtually no historical records of this era, we do not know exactly what happened during this time. However, a series of events including drought, climate change, sea people, and social unrest between 1200 and 1150 BC, known as the Late Bronze Age collapse, led to the collapse of not only Mesopotamia, but also the civilizations of Greece and Egypt. As a result, the Mycenaean civilization in Greece and the Hittite civilization in Western Asia disappeared into history. Egypt and Assyria barely survived, but merely in name.
Although there are claims that disease and natural disasters were the cause of the calamity, many archaeologists point to the invasion of the Sea peoples as the most likely cause. But who the Sea people were and where they came from remains a mystery to this day. The decline and eventual disappearance of the Mycenaean and Hittite civilizations were complex events and multiple contributing factors. While no single cause can be pinpointed, various elements, including natural disasters, climate change, warfare, migration, and economic problems are believed to have played roles in their downfall. It is said that civilization almost completely disappeared in Greece and West Asia over the next 200 years, so the damage seems to have been enormous. After some time, new peoples including Phoenicians, Jews, and Arabs began to appear in the area devastated by the Sea peoples. The Phoenicians who settled in present-day Lebanon used their own writing system, which became the origin of the alphabet. The Phoenicians were also maritime people and established several colonies throughout the Mediterranean, including Carthage, which would later compete with Rome. Among a newly emerged people, perhaps the most famous are the Jews. The path of the Jews, who believe in one God, unlike their neighboring peoples at that time, is recorded in the Bible. According to the Old Testament, the Jewish people escaped from Egypt and settled in the land of Canaan. The Jews succeeded in driving out the surrounding tribes and established the kingdom of Israel there. Israel reached its heyday under the reign of King Solomon, the son of King David, around 970 BC. Solomon, who lived in a luxurious palace and enjoyed all kinds of wealth and prosperity, is said to have left these words in his later years.
Ecclesiastes. Chapter 1, verse 2, 4. Vanity of vanities, says the teacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. What do people gain from all their labors at which they toil under the sun? Generations come and generations go, but the earth remains forever.
Around the same time, on the other side of the world, the Zhou dynasty, an ancient kingdom, was established in China. From then on, the world was divided into the West and the East, which took charge of the two major axes of human history. The reason there was little exchange between the West and the East was because they were geographically too far apart. However, indirectly, these two worlds had a great influence on each other. When the Zhou dynasty lost power in 770 BC, China entered the warring states period, during which several princess states arose. For the next 500 years, war continued in China, and during that time, many heroic and extraordinary men emerged. Over time, the various states of the warring states period were gradually integrated into a few powerful states, including the Jin, Qi, Chu, Yan, and Zhao dynasties. Rome, founded in Italy in 753 BC, started as a small city-state and later grew into a vast empire that ruled half of the world. According to legend, Rome was founded by Romulus and Remus, twin brothers who were raised by a female wolf.
The city was founded on the banks of the Tiber River, and it quickly grew into a powerful city-state. Rome's rise to power was due to a number of factors, including its strategic location, its military prowess, and its political system. Rome was also a very diverse city, and this diversity helped to make it a strong and prosperous city. In 745 BC, Assyria conquered Babylon and became hegemonic in Western Asia. Assyria was a powerful military empire that ruthlessly suppressed those who resisted them. So, despite Assyria's successive victories, it had to deal with more enemies. Their continued conquest and reign of terror made them public enemies. In 613 BC, Babylon destroyed Assyria.
Nebuchadnezzar II was the king of Babylon from 605 to 562 BC. He is mentioned in the Bible as the king who conquered Jerusalem and destroyed the first temple. He is also known for building the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world.
Nebuchadnezzar was a powerful and ambitious ruler. He expanded the Babylonian Empire and made Babylon one of the richest and most powerful cities in the world. He also built many impressive monuments, including the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Thank you for watching the video History of Mankind Part 1 provided by History and Current Events. Gina, Bella, Cindy, Helena, and Tony have contributed so far as narrators. Thank you.